Sai Ram. Today we are going to study English grammar. And what we had read earlier, we had read gender. Today we will discuss again about gender, something new and something more. Okay, so let's come to our chapter number 3, gender. Okay, first take a quick revision of the gender and then start some activities. Okay, then we will start some activities of gender. See here, gender, masculine gender. As I told you, masculine gender denotes male and feminine gender denotes female. Okay, all the males, either it is a humans, animals, or anything which is male, all comes under masculine gender. And feminine gender, all the females comes under the category of feminine gender. This was we had read in our earlier videos. Okay, so this is just a revision. Okay, this is just a revision. All living beings mostly belongs to either male or female is a gender. We know all the living beings mostly belongs to the male and the female. Mostly we are either male or females. So we all belongs to the gender. Who is a male or who is a female all belongs to the gender. Okay. Only the differentiation is masculine gender and the feminine gender. Okay. Now see masculine gender. It is a quick revision of masculine gender now. See the revision of masculine gender here. A noun tells us about a male living being, human or animal, is said to be of masculine gender. Okay, that noun which shows us that a human being, human or animal is belong from the male. It is a male. So then we say them, they are belongs to the masculine gender. Okay, they belongs to the masculine gender. Only then we say they belongs to the masculine gender. When we say they belongs to the masculine gender, when a noun shows us that the male living being or human or animal. Okay, so whenever we know any human being, any living being or animal belongs to the male. Okay, belongs to the male noun. Only that time we know that it belongs to the masculine gender. Now see feminine gender. Feminine gender, see a noun that tells us about a female living being, human or animal belongs to the feminine gender. Okay, whenever a noun shows that about a female living being, human or animal, what it tells us? It tells us that it belongs to the feminine gender. This was the quick revision of masculine gender and feminine gender. Now we are going to discuss about one more thing, a common gender. I had told you that what is a common gender? Common gender was, what was a common gender? That a noun that can be used both for the male and the female is known as the common gender. The noun that can be used for both the masculine and the feminine gender, that noun that is that use both for the masculine as well as the feminine gender is known as the common gender. Okay. So, I am giving you one or two examples of common gender. So, the example of common gender is parent. When I talk about the parent, the parent can be either a mother or a father. Parent can be either a mother or a father. When I talk about a parent, it can be a male, that means it can be a father, or it can be a female, that means it can be a mother. Similarly, if I say officer, officer can be a male or can be a female. It can be a male, it can be a female. Okay. Similarly, if I told a child, if I refer a child, then what I am saying, it can be a girl or it can be a boy. It can be a girl child, it can be a boy child. So these are the common genders in which we only mention the one common gender. We are not describing it is a masculine gender or a feminine gender. That is known as the common gender. Okay. Now, on behalf of this, we are going to perform some activities. Hope with this revision you are clear. What is the gender? You had revised that. What is a masculine gender? What is a feminine gender? And what is the common gender? Now, with the help of these activities, we will more clear with all these definitions. Okay. Let's perform the first activity. See here, I'm going to show you. See, the nouns in the following sentences are underlined. Okay, the nouns in the following are underlined. Okay, mark M in the blank if it is a male and mark F if it is a female. What you have to mark? You have to mark M if the underlined word shows you about a masculine gender, that means about a male, and write F if the underlined word shows you about a feminine gender, that means a female. Read the first word. My uncle is a doctor. Here the underlined word is uncle. So what uncle shows us? Uncle shows us that we are talking about a male. So what we are writing here? We are writing M for male. M denotes male. Now see the second one. My grandmother is 65 years old. So here, what here grandmother shows us? What grandmother shows us here? Grandmother shows that we are talking about a female. You know na, grandmother is a female. So we are talking about female here. So what we are writing here? We write here F. F denotes the female. Now similarly, see the next one, third one. The actor was very handsome. So we are talking about a male because underlined word is a actor and actor shows us a male. If here is actress, then we are saying, if here we write actress, then it is a female, but actor shows us it is a male, so we write M for actor. Next is Ratnavati was a brave princess. Here princess is a underlined word. So what princess shows us? Princess shows us that we are talking about a female. So here we write F for female. And the next one is my aunt is a teacher. My aunt is a teacher. So here we are talking about aunt. The underlined word is aunt. So what is a aunt? Aunt is here. Aunt is a female. We are talking about female. So what we write for the females? We write F for the females. F denotes that it is a female. And the next is my grandfather lives in Nasik, and the underlined word is grandfather. What grandfather shows us? Grandfather denotes that we are talking about a male. So we write M for the male. Now see the next. Next is my nephew is a kind man, and the underlined word is man. And what man shows us? Man shows us that we are talking about a male. So here we write M for the male. Next is my sister studies. Here what sister shows us? Sister shows us that we are talking about a female. So we write F because F denotes that we are talking about female. Next is Leela's brother is very intelligent. So here the underlined word is brother. And what brother shows us? Brother shows us that we are talking about a male. So we write M. M for the male. And here brother shows us that we are talking about a male. Okay, so we write M for the males. Next is Mr. Shaw has a granddaughter. So what granddaughter shows us? Granddaughter shows us that we are talking about a female. So we write F for the female. What we write? We write F for the female. Similarly, see the another activity. This is your another activity. Rewrite the following sentences by changing the gender of the underlined words. What you have to do? You have to rewrite the So what you have to do? Here is some underlined words. Okay. You have to change these underlined words. That means either it is a masculine gender or it is a feminine gender. You have to change the masculine gender into the feminine gender, or if it is a feminine gender, so you have to change the feminine gender into the masculine gender. Okay. So we will start with our first one. The man and the boy went to the market. So here the underlined word is man and boy. So here is the answer. Here is the answer of this. Answer is the woman and the girl went to the market. The woman and the girl went to the market. So we converted man into the women. We converted man into the woman. See here. Similarly, the boy is converted into the girl because man and boy shows the masculine gender. So we have to convert these two masculine genders into the feminine gender. So the feminine of man is woman and the feminine of boy is girl. I met a very good gentleman in the mall yesterday. So here is I met to the very good gentleman. The masculine is gentleman and the feminine of gentleman is lady. So we write I met to the very good lady in the mall yesterday. See the next one. Reena's mother is very old. Reena's mother is very old and the underlined word is mother. Mother shows us that it is a feminine gender. So we have to convert this feminine gender into the masculine gender. So what we have write? We have to write Reena's father is very old. See here, Reena's father is very old. Next is Mrs. Shaw's daughter-in-law is a good woman. So here the underlined words are daughter-in-law and women. These two words shows us that we are talking about the feminine gender. So what we have to do, we have to change these sentences into the masculine gender, into words, these two words into the masculine gender. So see here, Mrs. Shaw's son-in-law, daughter-in-law becomes son-in-law, is a good man, and woman becomes man. See the next one, the fifth one. The girls of standard 10 went on a picnic. The girls of standard 10 went on a picnic. So the masculine of girls is boys. So the sentence will be the boys of standard 10 went on a picnic. The boys of standard 10 went on a picnic. Okay, this was the conversion of the underlined word, the feminine into masculine and the masculine into the feminine. Similarly, see the some more activities. See here. Now see, this is the help box. This is our help box. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to find out the words from these help boxes and write the correct word for these sentences. So from here, see that there is a help box and the first word is donkey. So from this help box we have to find the word, a correct feminine word for the donkey. So the correct feminine word for the donkey is Jenny. Okay, so the correct word is Jenny. Next is hero. The feminine of hero is heroine. Next is master. The feminine of master is mistress. Next is peacock. The feminine of peacock is peahen. Next is wizard. The feminine of wizard is witch. Next is bull. The feminine of bull is cow. Yes, the feminine of bull is cow. Similarly, the next is father. The feminine of father is mother. So there is mother. Next is actor. The feminine of actor is actress. I told you in the last activity, the feminine of actor is actress. Next is king. The feminine of king is queen. Next is nephew. The feminine of nephew is niece. What is the feminine of nephew? The feminine of nephew is niece. Similarly, next is god. The feminine of god is goddess. Next is bachelor. The feminine of bachelor is spinster. Next is tiger. The feminine of tiger is tigress. What is tigress? Next is pig. The feminine of pig is sow. S-W-O-S-O-W, sow. Next is man. The feminine of man is women. What is the feminine of man? Women. Next is host. The feminine of host is hostess. What is the feminine of host? The feminine of host is hostess. Next is groom. The feminine of groom is bride. Now the last is uncle, and what is remaining? Aunt. So the feminine of uncle is aunt. Hope with this you are clear. These are the masculine and the feminine. Now here is one matching. See this. You have to match the opposite genders. See, horse is matched with mare. The opposite of horse is mare. The opposite gender of horse is mare. Similarly, the next is brother. The opposite of brother is sister. Similarly, boy. The opposite of boy is girl. And next is grandfather. The opposite of grandfather is grandmother. Next is policeman. The opposite of policeman is policewoman. Next is sir. The opposite of sir is Madam. Okay. Hope with these activities you are very clear with the topic gender, and now you understand about everything in genders. Try to do some activities at your home. Write these activities in your rough notebook or in your practice notebook and try to perform them by your own at once. Okay, thank you so much. Stay well at your home and study well, and do not leave the studies. Okay, thank you so much.